You're listening to the Mad Positivity Pos'Cast,
helping you find your freedom.
Broadcasting live from London.
So this is the Mad Positivity Podcast. It's me, John. I'm here with Russell again. And today we're going to be talking about marketing and sales and how to get across your products, whether it be digital, whether it be physical, and how to physically get your brand out there, get yourself out there, get your products out there to sort of getting yourself in the marketplace for people who really don't understand how to sell, really. I mean, Russ, you got quite a lot of digital products. You've sold quite a lot of digital products and physical products. Yep. Which is easier for you, do you think? A digital product or a physical product?
Oh, God, I would say, like, a digital product can be more reactive when it comes to your marketing, and a physical potential would have to be more reactive. So meaning that, like, proactive, because
more effort into a physical product.
There's still a lot of effort that goes into building up everything for it to work reactively, but as we said in the last podcast, we live in a day and age now where the digital world, the internet, social media platforms and everything is just giving people that are trying to start a new company, a new dream, a new vision, whatever it may be, a platform to market themselves to the masses for very, very, very little outgoings as well. Like, the return you can get is phenomenal. We've gone past the kind of, we've got a new product, we've got to get, go door to door. We need to go to conventions.
Well,
we need to do
AdSense and AdWords, Bing words, and they sort of like smash that. And also, we're in a stage now. I've had both physical, physical products and digital products, and the thing is, I'll go digital every time, just because physical products it is literally the chasing side of it. The like, if you're a contractor or like when you're chasing money, or if you have to physically do that work. Now that's nice. That's the old school way of doing it. And if you still do it that way, then great. Then you've got to do it. But digital products with digital platforms now, they make it so easy. You look at FBA, Amazon FBA, right? Yep. You buy the kit from abroad, right? From somewhere like Alibaba's. You negotiate that price. It then gets sent. Excuse me. It then gets sent to Amazon. You don't even see it. Yep. You do all your packaging online. You don't have to deal with that. Amazon then store it. Then they do the fulfillment and they send it out to someone. All you've got to do is to make sure you do the advertisement. Well, I say all you've got to do. That is quite difficult, whether, the advertising side of it. Yep. But to get your platform up there, do your pictures, get all your advertising done on site. You can use AdWords to do that. You could not be easier. Drop shipping as a model is amazing. Like, even if you're selling T-shirts, like, you haven't even have to have a physical product nowadays. Anything, that side of things, and I just think that's amazing. Like that whole way of literally the laptop lifestyle that everyone's been after for years and years and years is a reality. If you've got a phone or a tablet or a laptop in your pocket, you can sell anything. Literally anything.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he actually sells a second business online from his phone using an e-commerce store while working his full-time job to bring in a second income, which potentially is going to take over his full-time income, and then he can live that kind of laptop, tablet, phone lifestyle and spend more time with his family and his kids.
I just find that amazing.
And like you said, you don't have to have a physical product. You don't need to handle it. You don't need a team of people or a warehouse to store it. You are literally like a broker. You are like the middle person finding the product for people at a more affordable price and selling it through your shop window, which would be the internet, your Instagram page. I mean, even down to my sister. She buys kids' clothes all the time for her 2 children. And she said there's this woman, she's a single mother of 2, lives in her area, and what she does is she buys children's clothes, like maybe a pair of Converse or Vans, and she glitters and sequins the shit out of it.
I've seen this. I've seen people do this,
And she's putting about 30 to 40% markup
straight back on eBay.
Straight back on eBay. Straight back on her Instagram.
Just flip it.
And my sister's paying it. Like, so say like kids' Vans are 50 quid. My sister's willing to spend £70.
So you go like on a factory shop, get yourself like a whole box of Diamantes,
like sequins, beads,
and then just spend the time.
Gels.
So Does she just like glitter them however she wants to, or she do it bespoke?
She can do bespoke for more, but this is the thing: you do it for your kids because they want to look, unique. They want to have the latest trends and so on. And what it goes back to with marketing is it's finding a solution to people's problems. It's finding a niche. It's finding what people want, showing them how to get it, and then providing it. So my sister is absolutely fine to pay 30, 40, even 50 quid more than what she would do for the actual physical product for someone else to actually do it for her and make it unique.
Yeah.
Even down to like she's doing the sequin tops, where you go up vertically and up and down and it changes pictures and so on. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
I know what you're talking about with the pillars. Yeah. My little girl's got one of those. Yeah, the pillars. Yeah, 1 minute it's a heart, next minute it's like a cloud or whatever.
Or don't be a mill or something.
There's a meme. We'll have those.
We need that. We need those
t-shirts. What with the sequins?
We're
going to do it.
Like
don't be a mill.
It or being a mill today. So whatever you're feeling.
I love that. That's it. We're patenting that. You can't steal it, all right? You can't steal it.
And this is the thing. It's like, I speak to people all the time, and once again, I've got friends, family members, including yourself, colleagues that are doing something that they love every single day and making an income from it, and they're saying, well, how can I do this? How can I do that? But we live in, like I said, the day and age where you can just market yourself on an Instagram page, on Facebook. You can do it for free. In my opinion, organic isn't free marketing. Like, organic is like you organically bring people into your business, but you are exchanging time for that. So it isn't free in a way. Like if you're spending 3 or 4 hours a day on social media to market yourself,
so
if there's a return,
so it costs you time.
Yeah, it costs you time. But if you're getting a return, then great. So it is kind of, quotation fingers, free marketing. But in a way, you are putting yourself out there. But with the power of influence, I call it infotainment. So people want information.
Yep.
They want information all the time. And information is free on the internet. It's free on YouTube. It's free on Google.
What channel that is.
Whatever it may be. But if you make that information entertaining, that's how you stand out. So infotainment. So that's the word I've come up with, or I've heard from other entrepreneurs, is infotainment. So information that's entertaining. Because I could talk about all day about weight loss.
Engagement, isn't it? That's what it is.
I could talk about weight loss till the cows come home on camera. But unless I'm putting some kind of funny spin on it, or some kind of analogy, or even doing it while eating hot chilies, okay? I know that sounds really, really silly, but people would rather watch me sweating my bollocks off, suffering eating chilies, talking about how they work for thermogenesis, for example. Okay? Which is bullshit, by the way.
Thermogenesis.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm one of these. I'm guilty of this. I'm eating a hot curry. Surely I'm going to burn off more calories.
No.
Just because we associate hot with burning calories. That's the right.
But this is the thing.
Not going to happen, is it?
No. And this is why we're in this fortunate day and age where you can market your product. But it's all about finding either a niche or finding out what people's problems are and providing that solution, creating a digital product. Yeah. You don't have to be, you don't have to stay in teaching if you're a maths teacher. You could sell, for example, like you've got 6 weeks to your GCSEs and your children, like your child is absolutely bricking it. They've missed lessons, this, that and the other, but they could have like a crash course in algebra or whatever it may be.
Somebody who knows the syllabus.
Exactly, someone that knows the syllabus, but they put their own spin on it, and they're able to download that digitally, but they put it in a different way that teachers won't do so. Once again, going back to when I was a teacher,
engagement. Again, it's like engagement, and it's like if you can make it entertaining, make it engaging. That is where it's for kids. Kids are bored. I was bored. Yeah. That's it.
And this is what does. Like, I mean, as I said before, when I was teaching, I blagged my way into teaching. I was still doing the course while I was doing it. I was the most nervous.
Fake it till you make it.
I did the whole fake it till you make it. And I had to, I was learning the syllabus on the way to work on the train. I was learning at my lunch breaks, learning at my lunch, after work, everything. I literally was reteaching myself the syllabus as I was teaching the students. But what set myself apart from the other teachers was that I made it entertaining. I got on their level. I added humour. If they bantered me, I bantered them back. I tried to get them out of their chair as much as I could. I tried to capture their attention by changing pitch, by getting down on one knee so I'm not feeling like I'm above it. It's all these little things that I did, which was getting their attention, was actually like improving their attendance, improving their concentration, therefore improving their grades and their attendance. And I kind of use the same sort of skill set with my marketing. So if I'm speaking to someone or I'm trying to launch something online, advertising, sales copy, like, you know, what you write in your adverts, video and so on, you want to put an entertaining spin on it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be delivering a webinar or a seminar or something like that, make it as engaging as possible.
Yeah, because people don't want to be fucking bored. That's the worst thing about it. If you ever read something, you think, I get loads of marketing emails. Fucking loads of them. Yeah, and some of them I read, and some of them I think, Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. 1,000 emails a day, that's great. But if those 1,000 emails haven't got nothing to say, they're just going straight in my spam, my junk bin, or whatever, just gone. That's it. You're not selling me anything, you know? It's like, one of the things that got me, and both enlightened me and disappointed me at the same time, is that seminar that we went to, right? Yeah. The Gary V seminar. What was it? What was
Success Resources.
Success Resources. Yeah, that was it, right? So we went to the Success Resources, and it was a lot of very influential, very clever marketing people. Like that basically, it was uplifting. That was what we went there for.
Gary V, like Vaynerchuk being the main one.
being the main one, and there was a lot of other separate sort of people there, and they were there to sort of motivate you and go through. But really, what it was apart from Gary V, who was the only one not selling something. All it was one massive
pitch.
Yeah, one after the other.
It was quite disappointing in a way.
See, they started off motivational, and they captivated you with that story. They reeled you in. Once you were hooked, that's it. Then the sell came on. Some of them were like worse than others, like when it comes to selling. And I mean, but some of the things that they were doing were amazing. And I'm not going to say it was a waste of time, because it wasn't.
No, it really wasn't.
Not at all. There was a guy there. I can't remember his name is now. I've actually got the book up here somewhere, so I should really find out exactly where it was. He was teaching day trading, Forex day trading. You remember the guy?
Sandy, his name was.
Sandy something, yeah. So I should really memorise this. Mine's gone to shit. But like, it's just his name was Sandy something. He was teaching. He was charging £1,995, I think it was, right, for a 6 to 8 month course to teach you how to do Forex trading, like foreign exchange, stocks and shares. And I was watching it, and I was thinking to myself, I can teach myself this. And I walked away from there, and I taught myself how to do it. And now I'm a full-time day trade, like on the side of my other work. I trade. I genuinely do it for fun. I'm saving. I've got shares ISAs online. Taught myself how to do it, like, because I was watching it, and he made it sound as if it was easy, but then it ignited something. You either want to do it and you want to make the effort to learn something, or you want someone else to do it. Because the whole premise of his course is, we'll teach you how to do it, but we'll show you what to put your money on, and you just put your money on it. Yeah, for me, I wanted to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to learn it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was almost tempted a couple of times to put into it. But the whole thing was like one big, like, sales pitch. Yeah. One big sales pitch for people like trying to sell you something. And for me, it was like, it was good, but it wasn't. But the uplifting part of it, right? Not only the fact that I wanted to sell something, what I was getting to is, it wasn't disappointing. What captivated me was not the people on the stage, right? It was why all of those thousands of people wanted to be there to watch those people on that stage. That's what captivated me, because that means there's so many people out there like you and me who want more, who want to live their life a little bit more. They just need that little extra push. They're like, they're a stick of dynamite or a can of gasoline. Just needs a match, just a fucking boom, and it'll explode. And most people don't know. And the more now I've looked into digital content marketing, which is massive. You've been saying to me for ages, if I could go back and I'd just put all my money into marketing.
Yeah,
I've always said that.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Totally agree with you. Marketing on social media platforms. Look at Instagram now. Facebook has taken a little bit of a dive because they changed their algorithms, and it's become massively expensive.
It's a bidding war now.
It is, and it's massively expensive. And they're not projecting it out like they used to. So less people, you're not getting as much for your dollar like as you are now. But Instagram is almost like you can become an influencer very, very, very easily. And the amount of money that you make through spreading it, and people were flipping accounts
Yeah.
I know people that were getting 1,000 followers, flipping it, 1,000 followers, flipping it. YouTube, people are making fortunes on
Absolute
YouTube.
fortunes.
I've been following this whole PewDiePie T-Series thing.
Right.
Have you been following this?
No, I know who he is, but I've only watched a few of his videos.
Well, like, PewDiePie's got some 70 or 80 million followers or something, right? Now, there's this and obviously he's quite... I've never really watched it before. Never really sort of been into it. The kids like it. They like watch the gaming. He started playing Minecraft and all that sort of stuff. But he's quite funny. But now these people called T-Series have come out. What T-Series is like an Indian, as in like in India, like dance channel of some sort.
Right.
Now, they've got like some 60, 65 million subscribers. That's just in India alone.
Yeah.
So they've been catching up. Now, this massive marketing thing has started via PewDiePie because he wants to keep... He wants to be the highest subscribed YouTuber.
The top dog, yeah.
So this marketing thing has happened where he started to create videos and that, slagging them off, and also sort of to try and keep that stage. And kids are out there making marketing videos for him. Like we spoke before about that Kindle.
People paying money to account. Yeah.
It's the same principle. People are doing his marketing for him. That's how much power he's got.
Influence.
Like that's what I'm saying to you. That the online marketplace, if you've got enough of a following, anything, it's unbelievable. Like the world is yours. Everything is online. Everything.
Yeah, the possibilities are endless. And going back to what you said, honestly, yeah. If I could go back 10 years, and I would have put all of my money, all of my effort, all of my education into marketing.
What, into like an agency, like doing marketing?
Create maybe my own agency and so on, or even if I got an inheritance, I know, or anything like that, or save some money, I would put that money into a company that I know that are marketing well and getting a great return on investment. Because the return on investment for Facebook ads, Instagram, using things like Google AdWords and things like
business
that,
alone
is huge. I mean, what is the most percentage are you going to get back per month or per year from a bank by putting your money into an ISA?
At the moment,
yeah,
fuck all. I mean, you got the base rate is 0.1%, so you get maybe 1, maybe 2%. There are a few 4 and 5% accounts, but you can only put a maximum of I think it's so much a month. And you have to have it there for at least 5 years, or the interest rate itself will drop to 1.4%.
Yeah.
You're not getting nothing at the moment. Like I said to you before, we've had this conversation before. Like the reason gold is so high, about 1,300 and something at present. I could check it, 1,300 and something per troy ounce at the moment, is because gold goes up, interest rates go down. When interest rates are on their arse, that is because all the rich people, they take all their money out of the bank when they're not going to make it, and they throw it at the gold because they know it's going to hold its value, right? And then as interest rates start to rise, they sell the gold, right, to all the people that think, I'm going to buy gold. Because these clever people know they're going to drop, interest rates go up, they throw it straight back into the high interest accounts, and then they start compounding again. You know what I mean? The best way to do it, like in any way of sort of, we're digressing a bit, but the best way to do it is to put it into a shares ISA and then get your stocks that pay dividends. And then the dividends obviously get paid in, and then you start compound interest in, but we'll capture compound
that can
interest
definitely be
on another one.
Yeah. And I'd like to learn
brother,
I would love to.
My brother is, we get Danny, my brother, on here. He is, honestly, some of the videos and some of the things that he's done, and he talked to me about compound interest. And this is one of the reasons I've got a shares ISA.
Yeah.
And we were going through like different stocks. I'm trying to build up a portfolio at the moment of 12 stocks that pay out a dividend every month. So obviously stocks don't pay out a dividend every month. So you might get a stock that pays out a dividend once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find one that pays out January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So I get a dividend every month. I'm trying to build that up, and I've nearly got it. And when I've got it, I'll write a blog post, or I'll write a thing to sort of show people what that is, and I'll put it on the website. But
no, that'd be awesome. We should definitely do that. I'd like to learn more about it.
Yeah.
But going back to like I was saying about the return on investment for marketing online, what if I told you that I could take £800, put it into a Facebook ad, and 6 weeks later make a return of 3,100?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
800 to 3,100. That what is that? That's like 400%. Is it?
Yeah.
8, 16, 24, 30. So yeah, it's literally almost 400% return on investment. You name me a bank out there or an ISA that gives you 400% return on the money that you put in. It doesn't happen. So what I'm learning every single day, and what other people should be trying to invest in to learn, whether it's investing money, investing time, finding someone to show you how, or whatever it may be, when it comes to marketing, is learning how to market yourself using funnels, paid for advertising, email marketing, because doing all these together, you can actually turn your money on the internet into 100, 200, up to 4, even 500% more of a return on your investment.
As long as the product is all right that you're selling, obviously.
And this is where it comes down to the basics of marketing. Yep. It's you need to have a vision first. All business tactics are taken from war tactics, aren't they?
Yeah, of course.
It goes vision, plan, and then implement. So, if the vision was to take over a certain country, the plan would be to get an army together, and then implement means to go. But in the middle there, where you have the plan, you need a subsection to the right or left, which is where you evaluate your plan, okay? But you need to evaluate tactics. So if we're looking at a football match and, I don't know, Arsenal or Liverpool are 2-0 down, what are they going to talk about at half-time? Team tactics. Yeah, because if they do the same thing, they're going to get the same result. So when it comes to business, you have your vision, you have your plan, you implement. But that plan, you need to have tactics for that plan. The tactics are like your arrows to your bow. They're what you're going to be using every single day, every single week, every single year to see what gives you the most yield. So you need to actually evaluate your tactics, whatever they may be, and then implement again. Evaluate, implement. Evaluate, implement. You just keep replanning. But it all starts with your vision.
Yeah, of course it does.
And what really will help you discover your vision is the previous podcast you did, which was about 5-6 minutes long, which was the Magic Bank Account.
Oh, yeah.
The Magic Bank Account is amazing. If you listen to it and you didn't get it, it really just means, look, you've got, was it 84,600 seconds a day?
86,000.
Sorry, it's 86,400 seconds a day.
Yep.
And that is an absolute fucking gift.
That's it, yeah.
And
you get no more.
You get no more, you get no less. And basically what that meant is that what would you do with your time? And if you cast yourself 2 years down the line, you've helped everyone you want to help, you've seen every country you want to, you've petted every sedated animal that you want to on the planet, yeah? Whatever the fuck it is you need to do, right? Yeah. Okay? Whatever it may be, you've gone vegan, lost all your friends and come back, all right? Whatever it is, okay? No offence, all right? But you've done all that.
Start the vegan warriors.
Yeah. No, scratch that, right? Anyway, no. But you've done all of that. Now what are you going to do every single day? You've got married, you've got your kids, you've helped everyone out. You've now got the next 40, 50, 60, 70 years on the planet. All right? Because if it's Christmas every fucking day, you're going to get bored. You are going to get bored. So what are you going to do with your time? And that's where you discover your passion, your purpose, your vision, whatever you want to call it. I'm fortunate that I would do what I still do now. I would help people. But I'd help people with less worries about things, money, and everyone would be safe around me and happy and, fortunate and wealthy and whatever it may be. But nothing would really change in my life because I'd keep doing what I'm doing. But if you feel like you're stuck in a job at the moment and you think about something every day that you'd love to do, I even say down to what if you could just talk about animals all day and get paid for it? David Attenborough did that. Okay? That's some little lad's crazy dream saying you'll never do that. And he did it. Yeah. It's the same with my friend Mark Maley from school. Right? Him and his friend, I can't remember his friend's name, but they both were saying that they wanted to be stuntmen. We were saying, you're not going to be stuntmen, this, that and the other. And ended up being the stuntmen for the Harry Potter films.
You told me this.
And sadly, one of the guys did have an accident.
Hurt himself.
Yeah. But now they use their stunt rigs and rent them out to movies like The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
One of my friends is an accountant, right? You think that's the boringest job in the world, brown suit, grey face, hate your life. Guess what he said? I don't want to be an accountant for just anyone. I want to be an accountant for movies. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Chatting to his friends who are stuntmen. Can you hook me up with The Fast and Furious? Can you hook me up with Inception? Films like that. And he's an accountant for them. Okay? That's how he learned. That's how he got back to loving his job. Or doing what he loves and making a great profit from it. And it's all going back to that. But honestly, that podcast you did previously for those 5-6 minutes, I've been thinking about that for ages. And you put out into perfect words and a great analogy for it. And it is. And once you discover your purpose and your vision, you now need a plan. But the first part of your plan is, and we're going to keep repeating ourselves, going from 0 to 1. It's just that first thing.
Yeah, I'm big over it.
And it's seeing it already done. Going, I'm big on mindset, and it's seeing it done. If you see it already done,
visualise.
You take a deep breath and you do it. And this is going to sound very, very patronising or whatever it may be, or condescending, but I'm not trying to do this, but it's as easy as making a jam sandwich. Okay, I know it sounds really silly, but bear with me. Okay, if I want to make a jam sandwich, I'm visualising a jam sandwich. What do I need to do first? I need to go to the bread bin. I don't stare at the bread bin and it opens itself, does it? I open the bread bin. I get the bread bin. I get the bread out. I then take a knife out the drawer. I then get the butter. I take the lid off. I spread the butter. I get the jam. I fold it in half. I cut it in half. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, I'm eating a fucking jam sandwich. All right? I know that sounds so simple, and I know you probably think, that's nothing compared to wanting to open up my own hairdressers, for example. Okay, well, just see it done. What is the first thing you need to do if you want to open up your own hairdressers? I need to find a property. Okay, most people now will already defeat themselves and say it will never happen. So all you've got to do to get your own property is go, I'm going to go online and have a look. Go online and have a look. Once you've found a place, guess what you do next? You can, you book a viewing. While you're booking the viewing, you go and apply for a bank loan. If you get that bank loan, you've got the viewing, you've got the unit, you now need to staff it.
And if you don't get the bank loan, you've now got a new path as to how can you get that.
Exactly. But we hold ourselves back from not doing it. And it's so easy to do because we see everyone around us and we listen to their bullshit every single day.
That's the fucking killer.
It is.
That is.
But we live by it.
What are you doing that for? You can't do that. You can't do that. You're never going to do that. Why don't you go and do something else?
But the crazy, mental, fucked up thing I don't get is all these people that do not like their current situation, whether it's your health, your relationships, your business, all the above. They look around at all their friends that are in the same situation and they keep doing the same as them, expecting a different outcome.
Head in the fucking sand.
All you need to do is look at those people that are living the same life as you and do the complete opposite. Do the complete opposite. When they zig, you zag. When they look left, you look right. Because if you look at all these people that are happy, have a higher state of confidence, self-wealth, what they deserve, everything else, they all follow similar habits and similar belief systems. It's not fucking divine intervention that this happens. And they're probably thinking the complete opposite to these other people around them that are these victims, energy vampires and so on. So spend more time with these people. Try and get into a new circle. As we say, don't be the smartest in the room or the wealthiest in the room. Strive to be better.
Well, someone said that. If you're the smartest in the room, you're in the fucking wrong room.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is it. It's like, if you maybe thought on this podcast we're going to go into like tactics of how to set up a Facebook ad and all that, that's not going to happen because what you need to do first is realise your vision, realise your purpose and go for it. But getting to that first stage where you just... Once again, I talk about the law of attraction and things like that, but it's the law of attracting the action into your life. Taking that first step that you need to implement. And once you figure that out, just hold your breath, count to 10, and go and do it.
Yeah, be prepared to fail.
Be prepared to fail. Jump off the cliff and build a fucking parachute on the way down.
That's it, yeah. Do you know what? That's the best one. Winston Churchill said it as well. I'm a big advocate with this saying as well. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. You're going to fuck up. It's how you learn.
Yeah.
Nobody does it right the first time, and if you do, it's very difficult to do it the second time properly. Gamblers are the biggest fucking one for this. Like, you go into a casino, we've both done it. You put some money down and you've won.
Oh,
big.
smash it,
Well, look, next time you go in there, I'll double down, fucking lose a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's no such thing as luck, right? It's hard fucking work. You said it to me once. It's funny how the luckier I am, like the harder I've worked.
Yeah.
The harder I've worked, the luckier I am. That's it. And you're right. You shouldn't listen to other people. My daughter said something to me the other day that sort of resonated with me a little bit about people's mindset. She's going to university. She wants to do law, right? So she applied for a couple of real high top tier universities for law, a couple of middle of the road ones, and a couple of slightly lower ones. And the reason she did this is because when we went round to see all these different universities, she felt that if she went for a top flight university, she would be in an area with loads and loads of really smart people, and it would be very competitive, and she would struggle.
Yeah.
So she would rather go down a tier and be the smartest person in the room So she felt like she didn't have that pressure.
Yeah.
Now, to her mindset, right, that felt like it was sort of less. To me, if you're going to be a lion, you run with lions.
Yeah.
And that's the way I feel. That's it. You're not going to learn. If you want to be a champion boxer and you're sparring with drunks outside a bar or whatever, you're just paying, you ain't going to learn. You're going to get in the ring with someone who's like Tyson Fury and he's going to bash the granny at you.
Yeah.
And this is what I said to her. I said, you want to be the best. You're picking something that's a high career, and it doesn't just have to be what she wants. It's everything. If you want to be the best, be around the best. People say, go and get yourself a mentor. And at first I was like, what do I need a mentor for? But you know what you do? You really do need one. Because these people have done it, right? There's no fucking shortcuts in life. And even if this guy, you're sitting with him, no matter who it is, guy or girl, person,
Yep.
Zar, whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
anything else, I'm not discriminating, right? They could say to you and show you their entire life journey, and they'll make 1,000 mistakes. And it doesn't matter how much they tell you, you will make at least 50%
And having
of those
a mentor
fucking mistakes.
is great, honestly.
Guidance is a fucking big thing. It's emotional scaffolding.
You can get them for free. You know, it's not like you need to, but you can either pay in dummy tax, as I like to call it, right? Dummy tax. Dummy tax is where you just keep failing all the time. You keep spending too much time doing the wrong things. You're trying to put a square peg in a round hole, and you're just getting into an emotional wreck. Or you can actually...
You just described the first 6 months of every fucking business owner out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is...
But it happens. But that's dummy tax.
That's it, yeah.
All right?
That's it, but that's
do you
learning,
want to
though.
keep paying dummy tax,
No.
or do you want to actually pay or / invest into someone that's already done it? Because what happens is the more you pay attention. Because if you pay for something, what do you want? You want a return.
Yeah, of course you do. It's a return. It's
You
investment.
want a
It's
return.
investment, yeah.
So you will actually conform, and you will actually be pushed more than you ever have been before, because you don't want to fail at that. You don't want to lose your money. And that pushes you
when
to do...
you're personally invested, whether it be more so with money, but even with time, I find now, for me,
Yeah.
with fucking time is worth as much as money to me.
Time is the most precious commodity we have.
I get up in the fucking morning and I have 10 things I want to do. Now, I've got a lot of different work, a lot of different jobs, a lot of different bits and pieces. And I will try my hardest to work through it, but something will always happen that I'll add an extra 10. And at the end of the day, I might be sitting there thinking, fuck, I should have done that or whatever today. I should have set aside time. My biggest problem, and it still is to this day, and I'm still working on it, I don't think I ever will stop, is time management.
Yeah.
That's it. That is, for me, it's to try and find the right time for everything, to try and slot something in. But also, I find it's like balance. And when I say balance, like a seesaw. So if my work situation is going epic, something else will tip up like a seesaw. So something else will suffer.
Of course, yeah.
Now, if my money situation is going right, something else will suffer. Like maybe it's my training. If my training is going brilliant, it's because I'm putting a lot of time into that, and my work-life balance starts to drop. I can never get the right balance where everything is epic. And the reason for that is my mentality. My mentality is 100% or nothing. It's gung-ho. I am all in.
Yeah.
Every time. Either commit or don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
That's it. And that's how I've always been. And because of my attitude like that, that is my best and worst feature. Because I put all in on everything, yeah, and I'm going for it, no matter what. I either win or I pay for lessons. I never lose. That's it. You know? And it's just... And that's why certain things suffer. But at the same time, it makes me work harder for the next thing, and then move on to the next one.
Yeah.
And I try to be mythological, but it's like...
It is hard. It is hard.
It's
happened to me many times. Yeah, well, like launch my online stuff and my offline stuff, like business, everything I'm doing. Yeah, that suffered slightly. So it's bringing that back up. But it does go back to time management and so on. And it's always... I make lists. But I make like I've got a huge, like a journal kind of thing, and I've got pages that I repeat every single day. But at the back page, I have my success list, not my to-do list, because language is powerful. So if it's to-do list, I might rebel against it, because it's like you have to do this.
You like when you succeed, you add it to the list, or what you're aiming for.
It's what I need to do to be successful. So even if it is like workout, you know, if it is to invest into learning how to do Facebook ads better, how to do retargeting, invest into a sales course, I need to create a webinar because of my business. I need to learn how to write sales. Whatever that success list is, rather than to-do list, I just keep adding to it. And then at the front of the book and the beginning, I write, it's these very, very simple steps, but it sets my day up every single day. And I write down what I'm going to do for my business, my relationships, my health today. So I just pick one thing that I'm going to do. Okay, so, or what I want to change that day. So in my health, I want to change this. In my business, I want to change that, and so on. And then beneath that, I will take 3 of those things from my success list that are of the utmost importance to move forward. And I will just do those 3. So that's as a minimum. Then I write down on the left, which we spoke about before, who am I? And then I write down what I need to do today to be that person. So if I'm healthy, I need to sweat. Okay? If I'm loving, I need to send someone a message or do something kind to someone. I know it sounds silly, but what goes around comes around. If I am inspiring, what I need to do today, I need to create a podcast. I need to create some content. I need to add value to someone. I need to have a conversation. And instead of like the outcome, it's doing what it is in the present. So I can be that person. Then I will then write down what is my theme for the day. It's quite good sometimes to theme your week rather than to do everything each day. So if you had like 4 to 5 tasks, if one of them was that like you just need to reply to emails, you need to do surveying or estimates. You need to create videos, vlogs, audio, podcasts. Why don't you just have a theme each day that you can actually dedicate a whole day to?
It's very good. And
then that content can be carried over to the remainder of the week. So I prefer to write all of my emails, so for my email series, which we'll get onto for marketing, on a Monday. So if it's all done on a Friday. So I create my video content on a Monday, and on Friday I'll do my emails. So I create all my emails from Friday to Friday, so that over the weekend I can relax. Monday it's already done. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's all added to my autoresponder. And then my next theme might be I need to create, sales calls. So I'll have a day of trying to reply to emails and so on. And then I'll have one day open to take sales calls that whole day. But then I find I can just focus on that rather than jumping from one thing to another, because you need to change your state, you need to change your energy, you need to change your mindset, you need to change your focus,
mix it up,
and you need to get back into momentum. So you've just come out of rolling in momentum of one thing into another. So that's what you need to be doing. And it really does help. That is definitely one thing. But going back to like the mindset thing, it is one of the biggest things that holds us all back from what we want to do.
It is.
And I may be wrong if I've said this sentence inaccurate, but I read that like the definition or way to explain mindset. Your mindset is a set of beliefs and assumptions that you believe in and assume that you conform to each day. So it's a set of beliefs and assumptions that we conform to. So what my belief system is and my assumptions about life and reality is what I conform to every single day. It's the reason why I act and believe what I do.
Yeah.
Because if, for example, you want to challenge me on something or you want to troll me or whatever it may be, I shouldn't get angry at you and retaliate, because you're just protecting your belief system because it's been challenged by my belief system, because we have different mindsets. So really I should respect that, because if I exchange negative energy with you, I'm going to change my state and my mindset. So then I'm going to come off course. And that's how you can control situations like that.
Most people who do troll you, that is a confrontation thing, because they want that confrontation.
They want that trigger.
Is it that trigger because they want to, what's the word I'm looking for, justify it, or?
They want to justify it because what it is, you're going against their belief. So if you was to say, look, if you were to do a video, for example, the reason why you hate your job, or the reason why you suck at life, or the reason why your relationship's failing, the reason why you become an alcoholic, it's all because of you. 99.9% of the time, unless you get struck by lightning or a bird shits on you, right? Everything is your fucking fault. All right?
That's considered to be lucky.
Yeah. But everything is your fault, and you're in control, and you're in this, and people are going to get triggered. This is just an example. Or if I said that, like, I don't know, depression and anxiety can be changed. It's a state of mind.
Yeah.
People are going to get challenged by it, but all you're doing is you're challenging their belief system.
That one's the difficult one.
Yeah, but you shouldn't get angry at that person, because you need to meet people at where they are now, not where you want them to be. So I wouldn't actually argue with that person. I'd be like, look, that's your, like I said, this is your beliefs, this is your assumptions on things, that's your mindset. Good for you. But I can have a healthy debate and say to you, look, it's like being stubborn. Okay, so people can be stubborn on things and they can be very narrow-minded.
Yep.
I'm sitting opposite you right now, John, right? So if I get a black marker on the floor and I draw a number 6, what number do you see?
9.
No, it's a 6. What do you say?
It's 9.
It's a 6. Well, what do you need to do? You need to come round to my side
to see it from your angle.
from my angle.
Fuck it, that's clever.
All right? But it takes time to convince people to do so, and then you can actually influence and change people for the better. Because I like to challenge people all the time, and I always ask the question, why? Because if you ask questions, you usually get the truth.
You get like the street, you've got a negative mindset, then you've got, which is obviously pessimistic. You got a lot of people who do have depression. I know a lot of people who have got it. They've got that negative mindset, and some of them, they don't know why they've got it. They don't want it, and no matter how much you give them a pep talk and everything else, it either comes across as patronising to them, which you don't want to do, or it comes across as like as they just feel like it's just not working. You're not working. I don't see things your way or whatever else.
Yeah, they can feel like you're getting like maybe agitated by it, frustrated. It's a very, very difficult one. But I always go back to, look, you would never know what cold temperature felt like if you never felt hot temperature. Yeah. You could never feel like the utmost of deep depression if you had not felt the utmost of euphoria.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's the same with like pain and everything else. There is a yin and there's a yang. Equilibrium, harmony, all that we live. There's a positive and a negative, but it's you need to train your own brain to take control of that state. No, but from what I've read,
I don't have that. I mean, I'm a super positive person, and I'm very much the same as you. If something happens, it's done. I don't worry about it because then I suffer twice. Yeah, for the same fucking reason.
But
I am damaged.
Yeah, but most people, but some people don't feel or think that way.
No, they don't.
You know, but they can
panic, can they?
Yeah, but they can sit there and think, this is not. I am not depressed. This is just my state at the moment. So if you change your state and think, if I really think about, so not what's happening or the anxiety or whatever, what am I actually feeling? Because it could be just changing that feeling to them. I'm actually just feeling tired. Yeah. Okay. You're just feeling tired. You want to own that. You want to understand it. So, like, I'm feeling tired.
Comes
but
with
that tiredness would make you feel all that.
Yeah, that's it. But you wouldn't normally have, and it might be nasty to someone, but you wouldn't normally be nasty to. And it's not you. And then as soon as you've done it, you ever do this, you ever snap, right, at somebody, whether it be children or whether it be your mum, your dad, friends, and straight away as soon as you done it, you think,
you feel shit.
I was a right prick.
And this is the thing I'm trying to practice.
But then there's two other people. Then there's the ones who say sorry, and then there's the ones who fucking keep it up.
Yeah.
And I have been both.
Yeah.
Depending on also how fucking tired I am. That's it. But I always try and apologise and go, do you know what? I'm a prick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm quite lucky. I've got a lot of understanding people. And I've got a lot of friends like yourself who will call me out on it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And turn around and say, you're right there, dickhead. You're right. You finished now? You threw your toys back in your pram? Yeah. And to me, that's for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? But you've got to be called out on your bullshit.
Of course, and that's another thing. It's once again, it's mindset, and it's practicing mindfulness.
Yeah.
This is what I've been trying to practice.
That's the circle you need to surround yourself in as well. People who fucking call you on your bullshit.
You need people to call you on your bullshit, 100%. But it goes back to, like, do you react or do you respond? Yeah. And to respond is always going to be better. I'm guilty of it as well. I'm trying not to react to situations all the time. The mindful person, the wise person, the person that wants to keep the energy the same in the room and, not shift things or offend, is more to help and serve people, is going to be the person that responds. You could say something could trigger me, or you caught me off guard, I could be a bit tired, or I'm really hungry, I haven't eaten for a few hours, and I just react. And as you just said, after you react, they walk away and you go, fuck's sake, I shouldn't have said that. So you can count to 10, you count to 7, whatever it may be, and respond. Because what you're feeling is a chemical. If you feel angry, you're not anger, are you? You don't become a ball of anger. You just feel in a chemical. So you can just center yourself and go, I'm actually going to respond to this rather than react. It could be the same with your missus, with your kids. You may want to kill them at the time. But it's trying to condition yourself to respond rather than to react. It's hard to do.
I am guilty of writing emails when I've got I've got obviously my engineering job. Sometimes I lose my rag, right? And I shouldn't. And I write an email, and afterwards I think, oh fuck, I shouldn't have written that. You know what I mean? So I've actually got people at work, there's a few of them, they literally just I send them the email, they can proofread the email, and most of the time they'll go, fuck no. Do you know what I mean? Send it back to me and everything else. Cheers, John. Send it back to me and sort of say to me, don't send it. That is, in a physical sense, right, what someone verbally should do to call you on your bullshit. Like, for that email that you shouldn't have sent, when you react, somebody can turn around and go to you, oh, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? Do you know what I mean? That's it. Like, if someone's on their own, right, let's say a single person or anything else, and they get the and they vent, you know what I mean? They spew a bit of venom and they vent. There's no one there to call them out on their bullshit. No. I know a couple of people like that. Whereas me, I'm married and I've got people around me and everything else like that. So if I act like a dickhead, which I do, I know it's hard to believe, but I do quite a lot actually. I've got people around me to call me out on it. You know, my kids are merciless. Yeah. Like literally, they will call me out on it all the time, especially my daughter. Like my oldest daughter, she will call me out on it constantly. Do you know what I mean? My younger daughter is more lenient or whatever, you know, if I say something. But like a couple of them are ruthless. They will always say it. You know what I mean? And that's one thing which is good about a family. You know what I mean? They can be ruthless and because they know you love you. They're only doing it because they've got your best interests at heart. You've got to surround yourself with people like that. It's always about have a bunch of positives. Yeah. And that one negative, right? We all know people. Do you know what I mean? That are like that in groups and stuff like that. That sort of almost, they're like the anchor. Yeah. But you love them, but you're still dragging that anchor along. But it's a greater, what's the word? Kindness to cut them free. Yeah. It really is.
No, it really is. It really is. Because it's hard to change those people as well. And I think it mainly comes from insecurities and things like that.
Everybody's got them.
Everyone's got insecurities. Everyone has.
Everybody. I have. Everybody has.
If you're working on those insecurities, you don't have to put them on other people. And it's all to do with, which I teach to a lot of people, and I teach it to a lot of youngsters, because they'll grow up with the same shit I had to deal with a negative circle of friends, negative people that really were just insecure about themselves because they wasn't content in their efforts, content in their looks, content in their ways. And it's to do with this thing called the mirror effect. So have you heard of the mirror effect?
No, cool.
So the mirror effect is like you could get a group of girls or a group of guys sitting in a bar having a drink. A half-decent male or female walks past, and one person just had to say, oh, look at her nose, it's so big. Okay? But you know why that person's saying that? Is they're mirroring their insecurities onto that person. Because that one person probably isn't completely happy or content with one part of their body. Could be their nose, could be their eyes, could be their teeth. Because if they were that content with how they felt about themselves, if they were that secure and that content, right, would you have to put your negative shit on people? You wouldn't, would you?
No, but why do they have to
That's called the mirror effect. That's called the mirror effect.
I get that.
It's like if I say to you every time, oh, you're so fucking lazy, you're so fucking lazy. Look, if I was content with my efforts in every area of life, with my fitness, my health, my relationships, why would I need to put that negative shit onto you? Because I'm venting it through that mirror effect. It's the same thing with what they usually say. They say if someone is accusing a partner of cheating, 9 times out of 10 they're the one cheating, and it's usually true
because of their own insecurity.
It's the mirror.
Thinking if I'm doing it, they've got to do it.
Yeah. So your partner asks you, like when you go out and all that, like you look nice. I bet like loads of guys talk to you, and I bet when they talk to you, they flirt with you. Well, they may do, yeah, but I bet you flirt back. What happens is that person that's saying that knows that when they go out and a guy or a girl flirts them, they flirt back. Because of that insecurity, they're mirroring it onto their partner. Yeah. So if you know that, you can already call them out on their own bullshit. And that is the mirror effect. And the best thing to do is look in the mirror and have a fucking word with yourself. And sort that shit out. Own it, sort it out, and do something to better yourself. Work on those insecurities, work on those negatives, turn them into a positive, work on the things you don't like about yourself or you want to change, become the best version of yourself. Then you don't have to put it on anyone else. You know?
Sure.
I massively like believe in that. Yeah. And it works. And if you're listening to this and that actually makes sense, that mirror effect is true. Yeah. And we mirror ourselves in people every day. We try to imitate what we think another person's thinking.
Or if we want to be like that person, or if we have an attraction to them.
Check this out.
We do mirror people. See,
this is the craziest thing
about body language.
This is like Inception. Right? This is like levels, right? There's a guy called Jay Shetty. And Jay Shetty used to be a Buddhist monk. He's English. He's come back over here. They're calling the UK's answer to Tony Robbins. Okay. Jay Shetty. All right, he's a good-looking dude and all. Right, he's doing very, very well for himself. Jay Shetty, I think he's got over 1 billion views on all of his videos, and he's big on spirituality. He's big on mindset. He's big on this mirror effect.
I've seen him. I've seen this guy on his YouTube videos and stuff. Not YouTube videos, Instagram.
But this is the one thing he said to me. And the more I think about it, the more levels it's go. I don't know whether I'm confusing myself more or I'm making myself smarter. But the thing he said was, this is the way we mirror ourselves on people all the time. This is how we become like chameleons around other people. But we actually need to be more conditioned to our own faults and be the person we want to be. Mm. Okay, so this is the phrase he said, John. He said, look, so I am not who I think I am. I am not who you think I am. I am who I think that you think that I am. Okay? I'm going to say it one more time for the viewers, okay? So every time you meet a new person, so I meet you, another person, I'm not who I think I am. I'm not who you think I am. I am who I think that you think that I am. Let that settle. Does that make sense? The more I think about it, either does or it doesn't. So I'm not thinking I think I know who I am. You don't even know who I am, but I think I am the person that you think that I am. Mm. So how I see you, see me in myself, like that mirror, is I'm trying to be that person.
I'm perceiving myself. So I'm changing myself in your eyes to give you a different perception of who I want you to think. I want to give my best version of myself to you to make you happy. I'm dancing for you. I'm dancing for you. Okay, that particular statement we could probably round up in another way then. And we'll go back to fake it till you make it. Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm a big advocate for fake it till you make it, but not in the fucking way that all these people on Instagram do it. Just because you sit next to a Ferrari with a fucking pinstripe suit, like you're not Floyd Mayweather, right? Yeah. It ain't fucking happening. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Now, that is, I am who you think. What was it?
This is it. This is what it is.
No, because what they're doing is they are projecting to you a perception of themselves that's not actually real, but what they want you to believe, right? They want you to believe that they're balling. They got the fucking private jet. They got the Ferrari.
Yeah.
They got the money. You know, they're popping bottles. They got the Rolexes and everything else. But that is a projection to be an influencer when they haven't sold anything, haven't done anything, haven't written anything, never taught anything ever, but yet they want to show you and charge you a fortune to get to that stage. You know? And there are hundreds and hundreds of people that are like that.
Yeah, and that whole thing to make it, I just want to show you something which is quite funny, because you're trying to project to people this lifestyle. That is what
I think that statement says.
It can be, yeah.
Well, it's you are projecting an image of what you want them to perceive you as.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or how you project yourself is how they perceive you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is quite clever, really. I'll have to have a little look at this guy's website, actually, and because I've seen a lot of his keynote stuff. And he does a lot. There's another guy who's got a big thing about Russell Brand, actually.
Oh yeah, honestly, he's worked with some of the best people.
Yeah, Russell Brand he's a clever dude as well. I've got a lot of time for Russell Brand. He's
I can't find the image, but it's just something that made me laugh. So you know, like you've got the image of people when they take a picture, they're on a plane to go somewhere.
Yeah,
it's a picture of someone holding up a 4-litre milk bottle and using the hole where you hold on to the milk, you know, the handle, and putting their camera through that image, that quarter. Yeah. Out to the sky, so it looks like an aeroplane window. If you get what I mean.
I get what you're saying.
So you can't see the handle.
So the white silhouette.
Yeah, the white silhouette on the inside looks like the inside of an airplane.
Does that actually work?
And yeah, I saw a picture of it today, and it's showing the sky. So taking in like the garden, saying like I'm jetting away to like Hawaii or the Maldives or something. When you just fucking drank a litre of milk.
I don't know who it was, and forgive me. Someone said saying, "You're not truly rich, so you can fly in a private jet without taking a picture of yourself in it."
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
you know, because and that statement says that look, if you go and stay at remember your first time you ever stayed at a fucking shit hot private like 5-star hotel. You're taking pictures and everything.
Oh yeah.
When I stayed in the presidential suite, right, what happened was my wife's 30th birthday. We went to London, right, and we booked a room in the Grosvenor House, right, hotel. And we got back there late because after we went to see a show, can't remember for the life of me what fucking show it was, and we went for a meal, went and had a few drinks, got back to the Grosvenor Hotel in Park Lane, right, Grosvenor House. Got back there about, 10 o'clock. They gave the room away. So it's my wife's 30th birthday. She was quite upset, so I said to the guy, I said, look, it's her 30th birthday, this ain't on. He said, look, I'm ever so sorry, we've only got one room left and we'll give it to you, but it's the presidential suite. So I kept a straight face. Emma, like my wife, didn't know nothing about it. She was sitting over by the lift. So I said, okay. So I looked around like that and I thought I was going to give it a bigger night as if to say, okay, look, fine, that's it.
Give that suffice.
So I told her we got in the lift. So we walked to the lift, the door shut. We was completely straight faced. As soon as the door shut, we were like, woo! So we got upstairs. We went down this actual hotel room. And bearing in mind, this was like 8-9 years ago. Like I was just breaking in to engineering and just breaking into the first business that really sort of started to make me money at that stage. And we like literally walked into this hotel room, and it was like a fucking an apartment, like a house. It was huge. I've never seen it like it.
Yeah.
It had his and hers toilets next to each other, his and hers bidets, his and hers sinks. This jacuzzi bath was big enough for 15 people. Like, it was massive, right? And it had 16 taps. So when you switched it on, it filled up within seconds, and and you pressed the button, and it squirted bubble bath into the bath that was in there. The front room had like this huge oak table that was there, and it had like the massive oak table, and it had this huge TV that was a mirror in the wall, and then the mirror changed, and it changed into a telly. It was unbelievable, and it overlooked Hyde Park. And then inside the bedroom was the biggest. It looked like 3 king-size beds put together, but the mattresses had like been zipped up. It was that big. It was. You've never seen it like it. It was unbelievable staying in a place like that. It was absolutely fucking phenomenal. I've never, it was just crazy. I forgot what train of thought was. Why did we go on to this?
Something about when people will just post everything.
That was it.
Yeah.
So like standing there. So when we were standing there, I took loads of pictures. I was sending it to my mates and everything else like that. Now, right, every time I go away with her, we stay in a 5-star place. We're going to stay in Crazy Bear, or we go to, I've been back to those hotel rooms 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Because to me, I like to live that way. That's it. I like that. I like it. I'm not going out intentionally just to spend stupid amounts of money on things. I just feel that I work hard, and if I'm going to go away somewhere like that, I'm going to stay. I want it to be like super memorable. Do you know what I mean? To that sort of thing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like.
No, it's still a part of your experience, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'd always go for a suite. If I can go for an upgrade, I'll go for an upgrade.
Yeah.
If you've never been business class on a flight, I recommend it. It's fucking unbelievable. Go sit in economy. I've sat in economy to go to New York, and I've sat in business class to go to New York, and I choose business class every single time.
Yeah.
That's it. It's unbelievable. And there's a little tip for you. If you're going to go on a jumbo jet, right, always go premium economy, because you'll be in the upstairs section of the jumbo jet, which is the small part, which is where there's 30 seats. It's more intimate, and you've got your own. So in the front of it, you've got the upper class, the business class section, yeah? And there's about 12 seats, and they sort of like almost go like scales. Like, so you've got like the 6 each side. Then you've got 30 seats just behind that. It's only a little intimate part because it's the upstairs of a jumbo. And then you've got 2 stewardesses, one just solely for the business class, one solely for you there. Constantly, as soon as you're going up there, they're on you. If you're sitting down in economy downstairs, you're shared with like the 300-400 people downstairs. Yeah. Unless you're in the bar area or anything else. So always try and go upstairs as a little tip for you, because you're like, and it makes you feel like.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's good. Premium economy is always awesome. Do you know what I mean? To go on it, but
no, it sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, starting your own business and moving on from that can help that, definitely. Most of the people I speak to or follow, they say the same thing. Like, if you can go like high class, or you can get like early entry tickets or VIP to something, it's just going to make your experience better.
People get upgrades, free upgrades. There are ways out there to go through how to get free upgrades into places like that, and flights and bits and pieces like that. Another one, like for flights, actually saying that. If you're going to fly anywhere, fly at night, like a red eye, like through the night. The reason being is less people fly at night, And every single flight that I've had across the water, right, to go over to America, that I've had at night, and I did Vegas before and I did New York, got on the plane, they said, just sit in your seat while you're there and then you can go and sit anywhere. I've sat in business class, I've been in upper class, I've sat in the bar area and everything else. You know, on every flight coming home that's got very few people, and the daytime flights always ramo. Coming home, less.
Oh, really?
At night times, always found that. Every flight that I've ever had at night time, even when I went on the first Dreamliner, it was like that, which was crazy. There's a little bit of a tip for you, you know. Let's go for that.
No, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, but going back to this Jay Shetty guy and all that, it's all going back to what we were talking about before with marketing, with mindset, with getting your business. Like we massively segued as we always do.
Yeah.
But
self-marketing, that's the key though, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't...
building your brand.
You build your brand, but you're the brand to start with. Like your brand, your logo doesn't really matter in the beginning. You know, you just need something basic. You don't need to spend...
Well, it doesn't matter because you've got nothing to back it up.
Yeah. Look,
so if I turn around and say to you, I can make you a millionaire. I'm writing, my mouth's writing checks, so I can't cash. I've got no collateral on that. What have you got to say? Well, okay.
You need social proof. You need testimonials. You need reviews. And you get that.
Do it yourself. That's it. They want people want to see it. But that's where the Instagram people are like, oh, I can get you to like using that Lamborghini. Anyone can hire a fucking Lamborghini.
Oh, God, of course. Yeah. Well, I think that guy got taken to court. It was years ago. It was like a bloke, I think he had a bald head wearing a suit, sitting on the side of a Bentley outside a manor house. And he was saying how I went from builder to multi-millionaire, and he was selling these courses online, like these workshops and so on. And he actually was just a builder working on that house and put a fucking suit on and sat on the edge of a Bentley. And he made a mint out of it. He got arrested in the end and taken to court and so on.
Fraud, isn't it?
Yeah, but going back to that, like influence, followers and so on, like you said, you know, it doesn't matter, like, you know, what you say you can prove. It's what you actually do, what you do to come through. And your brand and your logo doesn't really matter. So you just need something basic. You could make it on bloody Publisher yourself. You could just go on a logo creator in 2 seconds. But just get that shit done. Think of any name to start with that just comes to the top of your head. You can change that later.
Yeah.
Think of any brand. Don't worry about the colour scheme, because what people will do is they'll give themselves 10, 15, 100 jobs to do, apart from doing the fucking work. So they'll be changing the logo colour, they'll be writing up timesheets, they'll be writing up invoice sheets, they'll be doing every single technical thing they need to do except for launching their product. It's called mental masturbation. Okay? It's mental masturbation because it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're doing something, but you're being busy and not productive. And that's what it comes down to. You need to get customers. Any business lives and dies on sales. It lives on new sales and new customers, and it dies if it doesn't have new sales and new customers. So don't worry about brand awareness. Just worry about awareness in general. And what I would advise you to do is build know, like, and trust with people. So what I mean by know, like, and trust is that you need to get your message out there, whether it's through a website, whether it's through YouTube, whether it's through a podcast, whether it's through a blog, whether it's through Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. You need to get your content out there. And you can deliver that in many different ways. You can do it through audio, through video, you can do it through blogging, through memes, through posting questions, giving free advice, sending out newsletters, articles, whatever it may be. Create yourself a YouTube channel. I think you've got Instagram TV now. You know,
I haven't been on that yet.
But if you get your message out there, people will know who you are. So whatever it is you're going to be selling, whatever solution or product solution that you're selling, so whether you're selling personal training, you're selling pest control gear, you're selling cars, you're selling timeshares, you're selling whatever it may be, you're selling beard oil. Okay, there are people out there like selling beard oil, making an absolute mint. But people need to know who you are and know what you're selling to make their minds up whether they like you or not. So if they like what it is, it usually means you're speaking the language of that person, so that you're actually being specific rather than general. And then they can make an assumption after you being consistent with your content, consistent with what you put out, whether they trust you. That's how you build trust. It's like, I'm not going to walk up to a girl in a nightclub and just get in a knicker straight away. All right? What I'm going to do first, I'm going to tempt her with a drink. I might tempt her into my VIP area. I might take the rope, down, the red velvet rope, sit her in, treat her really well, bring on the champagne, do this, do that, and then at the end I might just get a fucking number. But then what am I going to do next? I'm going to lay on a nice dinner. I'm going to do this. I'm not saying that you should go out and just want to smash birds. Right? But all I'm saying is that's the analogy.
That'll be another podcast.
Yeah. Craig Buckley, we're coming for you.
With Tinder, we've got one built up.
But what I'm trying to say is that you're trying to get into people's pants, into their underwear, on the first contact.
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically. Sorry, he's having a gulp of tea there. But yeah, that's what you're trying to do. But what you need to do is you need to seduce these people first, and you need to...
Warm the oven.
Yeah, warm the oven, and you need to pop their engagement cherry. All right? Okay, so go back to that. We're sticking with that thing, all right? And to pop their engagement cherry means that they've liked or commented or shared something that you've done.
You've captivated them.
That showed that they've taken interest, okay? Once that happens, you can then start the engagement. You can then start to build trust. And then if they trust you enough, they may be willing to buy into your services. Yeah. And then once they have done, you've got to treat them like gold, because you will get retention, you will get referrals. But initially...
previous clients are the number one sales.
Yeah, get your message out there. If you've got this gift or this product or something that you want to share with people and you feel that it can make you a profitable business, or you can change people's lives with it, because I always say purpose first and profit later, and it has worked for me, then just get that message out there. Don't hold back. That's
exactly what I was thinking. It's like golf. It's like I used to get on. You pick up your clubs and you like, and I used to just grip it and rip it, thinking I was John Daly, and I used to smash it up all over. And maybe 1 out of 10 would go straight. But if you go power in motion, right, it's technique, and then the perfect shot will follow. It's the same principle like that, and that is how I want to approach my digital content. I mean, I've got 3 books that I'm nearly finished at the minute. It started off as 1 book, and then halfway through it sort of started to change in different directions, so I decided to split it, and then it started to do it again, and I split it again into 3 different things, and I've started to really build. I've got a lot of chapters, I've written a lot of blog posts now and everything else, and I wanted to do it, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to provide content that people wanted to listen to, you know? I mean, me and you we've got our own businesses now. They're doing really well. We're doing really well. But we decided we want to elevate ourselves and others.
Of course.
And in doing that, we want to provide something that's worth more than money. And on the back of that, if you start to make content, you start to make decent content that starts to make like a monetary value and like a passive income, then that's brilliant.
And that's it.
And that's what it is. And it's going to be power in motion.
You having like 100 copies of those 3 books and just leaving them in your spare room is going to do fuck all for you. So you need to tell people about it.
Yeah, of course you do. You have it,
And saying about like grip it and rip it, you need to actually like adjust your technique or whatever you need to do. So you need to put that content out. And my advice would be is like, if you are consistently putting content out for a minimum of say 60 days, you need to look back over those 60 days and have a look at your engagement and see which is giving you the most yield.
Yeah, of course
what's giving you the most likes, the most shares, the most engagement. And then put your hand in your pocket and put some money on that and boost it. Put some money on that and get some paid advertising for it. So if you're on Facebook, you're on Insta, if there's something that you can think like, wow, that had like, most of my videos are getting 200 views per video, but that video had 3,000 views organically. People shared it, they liked it. That hit home the message that you want to speak to your audience, which is your vision, who you want to help and everything else. So put some money on it, because what that's going to give in return is more engagement, more people and so on.
That's the best thing to gamble on. Gamble on yourself.
Gamble on yourself. And it really will. And that's what you want to be looking at.
If you put the work in, that's a sure winner. And that's every gambler's dream.
And that leads me on to it shows that you're speaking the language of your clients. So you want to, after a while of marketing your product, you want to see what's working for them. And you want to be specific, not generalist. Because who do you think makes more money? A brain surgeon or your GP around the corner?
Brain surgeon.
Brain surgeon or your plastic surgeon. And generally, who looks more healthier?
Well, yeah.
The brain surgeon, who generally, or who using that word, seems like they have the most switched on, the more energetic, look the most healthiest, who requires the most brain power, the most concentration. So you think how that specialist is living their life. They have to elevate themselves to a certain state and they have to put a certain amount of work in.
They put themselves to a higher standard, which is
high standard
to where they are. High standard. I mean,
not sitting there googling your symptoms.
But no, it's that high standard that got them through the uni and got them through, their first operation, got them to that point. That's That's a big thing. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what happens.
You live your life that way.
Yeah. But then if you are a specialist, if you specialise in what you want to market, if you specialise in who you want to target, if you specialise the people that you want to listen to you, they're always going to listen because you will have congruency in what you say. You'll be putting out the same message every single time.
Yeah.
You know, like we are. Find your freedom. Work on your mindset, work on your health, work on your business. We're going to give you tactics for all that. Hopefully some powerful content. Don't be a melt, right? All that. And that's what we're always going to be speaking about.
But we're helping you find your freedom.
Exactly, helping you find your freedom.
We're not going to give it to you. We're going to help you find it.
But that's our message. So we're being specific. This isn't for people that are already making 100 million a year and how to help them, because we're not there yet. How are they going to model us? It's not going to happen. So it's finding your audience and speaking a language, because what will happen is that when you're providing your content, your free content, your pay-for content, those people are going to prick their ears and they're going to listen every single time. And that's how you build that know, like, and trust.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get tech savvy and you want to get more into marketing, and you find that these certain subjects or posts or blogs or whatever seem to be having an impact, seem to be getting a lot of views, whether they're paid or not, you then need to smack on a call to action and a funnel onto that motherfucker. And funnel creation is one of the biggest things that's helped my business.
You've been doing that recently, haven't you? We've sat there talking about what was it? Was it ClickFunnels?
I use ClickFunnels. Yeah, I love ClickFunnels.
To look into.
So I use mainly Facebook and Instagram to target my audience.
Yeah,
I do it organically as well, obviously, but I use ClickFunnels to build the funnel.
This is owned by that guy Russell Brunson.
Yeah.
Have you read some of his books and that? I read a few of his books. I've got them playing about it.
He has the ClickFunnels bootcamp as well, which is actually an affiliation scheme you can do within ClickFunnels to make money from ClickFunnels. It's crazy. But
so ClickFunnels is obviously quite a big thing. I've seen this quite a lot. So explain what this is about. Is this basically everything you need to build a course or build something else that's already set up for you, right?
Yeah, so it actually says there, we've got the page open, and the first line of the page says, look, ClickFunnels gives you everything you need to market, sell, and deliver your products and services online. So going back to what we were saying about marketing, look, if you drop onto that website, instead of that actually selling the pen,
we're not getting any commission for this. We're just like, so big as up ClickFunnels.
But you know,
ClickFunnels.co.uk, by the way. Come on, Russell.
But it's not doing that. It's actually saying straight away, this is what ClickFunnels is for. It's everything you need to market, sell, and deliver your products and services online. So if you read that straight away and say, well, I don't deliver an online product, then it's not for you. Do you know what I mean? But they're straight away
not wasting your time.
Identifying your problem and saying, this is where you can get it here. That is the first page. You don't need all of that bullshit on your shop window, which is your main website. You just need, this is who it's for, this is what it does, identifying the pain, the want, the need, wherever it is, and this is how we solve it.
So how did you come to this?
I learned about ClickFunnels, mentioned it before, and we are going to get on a podcast. I've been messaging him recently with Scott Weddle.
Okay.
So Scott Weddle was one of my business coaches, the one I spent time in Bali with.
When you did,
And he was delivering his course through some software, and I was like, what the hell is this software? It's amazing. And he said, it's called ClickFunnels, and you can start using it for as little as $99 a month. I was like, how many people do you have using this software? And he was like, well, how much did you pay me for this course? I was like, I paid you £3,800 for an 8-week course, all right? I scrimped and scraped for some of that, and you donated £2,000 to that.
Yeah.
And helped me when I was in a tight spot, which I'm eternally grateful for. And I actually paid him that back in a year with burpees and push-ups. So I trained him for a year.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't really got paid back.
It's not the best fucking deal out of this. Yeah, literally, I got paid back in burpees. Burpees fucking suck, by the way. Right?
Well, it was an exchange of services. It was like, you come over and fix a light bulb, I gave you some olives. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things.
You've got a better fucking deal out of this. If you like olives, it's fine.
But I was just doing the math, and it was like, I was one of maybe 12 to 15 guys on this 8-week course.
And you were all out in Bali?
No, there was only 4 of us who went to Bali. It was like a next level thing. If we'd achieved a certain income, we were ready.
Still like 14 grand. 13,
12 times 3,800. What is that?
That's it, yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, no, that's like 30 or grand.
4 and 8, 16,000. That's it, yeah. Did you say 4,800?
No, 3,800. This is.
So if you say 4,000 each and there's 4 of you, right?
Times by 12. 45k.
Oh, sorry, 12. What is it? There's only 4 of you there.
No, 4 of us went to Bali, which was even more. But this is nothing.
Oh, that was extra on top of it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So he's
yeah.
made 40.
So he's 42 grand
out of 12 people.
Out of 12 people.
Fucking hell.
But what happened is that this is once again providing a solution.
Continuous thing. That's amazing. Fair play to you, mate. Jesus Christ.
But this is what we've
got to get him on this podcast. I've got to have a chat to him.
But
His
this is what I'm
content is obviously
developing.
good because it's captivated you.
Yeah. But this is what I'm developing. It's going up in levels. It's like, okay, it's belief systems. Like it's like I don't know if I believe in myself enough to charge someone $1,000 for 12 weeks of my time.
That's important though. Because if you don't believe in yourself, they're not going to believe in themselves.
But if you do make that sale once, twice, 3 times, you now believe in that, you're going to push for 1,200. Because you remember the first time you tried to bench press your own weight and you couldn't get it.
Yeah.
What happened once you bench press your own weight?
I went higher.
Higher and higher and higher.
Yeah.
Because you're smashing through that ceiling mentally. It's the same thing with asking for money. And it goes back to when you was a child and what you believe was, if you was more of a, you didn't get the presents that you wanted or money wasn't set to you, it can come into your life and so on. If you live more of a life of scarcity, than abundance, this can all be part of it as well.
That teaches you something. See, abundance teaches you something instead of scarcity, though, doesn't it? These are all character building.
This is character building, and the person that lives in scarcity is always like, there's never enough. But the person who's abundant is there's always more. The person that is in scarcity wants to keep knowledge to themselves. The person that's in abundance wants to share it. The person that lives in scarcity wants to crush their enemies and see them fail so they can take part in the market share. The person that lives in abundance wants to collaborate to give more. And there's so many other things with it. And switching to a life of abundance, which I've tried to do all the time, and that mindset helps massively. But going back to ClickFunnels, I was astounded by this. It was 2 years ago. And it was like, look, you're one of 12 people and you're using this membership software. And apart from me jumping on a call with you once a week, for like 2-3 hours where we all had a chat together over Zoom, which is like Skype.
I use Zoom, I use Zoom for like a podcast.
He said, I physically don't have to do anything because I've built this digital course online. So this digital course could
digital content is amazing.
Yeah, but you could do a digital course on like how to tune your car.
Start a podcast.
How to tune your car, how to start a podcast.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough, and John set up this podcast. So thank you very much. Like the mics, the setup, everything we're doing is all been from my cousin John. So I don't actually know how to set up a podcast, but I'm pretty sure
I'll give you my ClickFunnels.
Exactly. Yeah. It's only $99.99.
I'll teach you. But that's another thing. Like, say, just to stop you for a minute. Like women have baby showers.
Yeah.
We should do this for businesses where someone starts a business, right? We have a business shower. We all come round, we all fucking buy their products, we all big them up, we push them and elevate them and everything else. That's the same principle. That's like marketing your fucking family, marketing your friends, marketing everything else, that positivity. And when you were saying about abundance, my feeling of abundance, and I know it's yours, is I want to see everyone around me prosper, because if I become rich, right, imagine you become rich, it's a great feeling, but you'll be on your own. Because all your friends won't have no fucking money.
True, right.
So they'll either feel like sponges or or all of a sudden you'll have 50 brand new friends. But if everybody's elevated and everybody's got that money and everybody's in abundance and you're all on the same fucking level, you all prosper and succeed together. Ain't that better?
And it was Jim Rohn or Zig Ziglar, one of the two. Yeah. He said you're better to have a 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of one.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what you're saying now. And it is. And I always live in that abundance. It's like, I'd rather save money each year with 5 or 6 other people that have the same mindset as me, so that I can buy a house a year for the next 10 years.
Elevating, that's
or
right.
like you said, invest in each other's products. Like,
I love that.
This is it. Well, this is the thing.
Why not help these people out?
I've had it my entire fitness career. I've been doing this for almost 13 years now. It's 13 years at the end of this month, and. That complete and utter strangers are willing to invest into me and pay for my services. But my friends and my family and the closest ones to me, not all of them, just want it for free. It's like...
It's expected.
Yeah, it's like if I come round to your house to price up a job and I want it for half price, you can't do that. If I'm working for Ford, you say, can you knock $2,000 for a car? I can't do that. But because you're running your own business, they go, that's all right. You're doing all right for yourself. You don't need the money. But it's like, even if I don't, I want you to invest in it because, one, you have a vote of confidence into me, and 2, you're going to get more from it. There's a reason behind it, but that's it. This is scarcity and kind of mindset, but the abundance mindset is key. And I think that's a great idea. Get all of your loads of businesses around, buy each other's products.
That's right.
Fucking raise
It's like a business shower.
They do it on YouTube, don't they? They literally get like 5 or 6 of the best YouTubers or their followers, and then between their regular videos, they're all pretty much wank each other off in the background. Yeah.
What joint ventures?
Yeah,
in order to
and then
they
they actually improve the amount of followers they get.
Yeah, loads of
and the
people,
beef as well. Sometimes the beef is actually manufactured.
Oh yeah, what with K? I saw that video of KSI. Man. I've been watching. Do you know what? My boys.
But it's fantastic.
My son's a big fan of KSI, so I've never really watched it. I watched the YouTube. Boxing match and all that lot with that was fucking massive, and I'll tell you what, that has got to be. I read it as well.
No, I read the finest documentary on Amazon.
Do you know what?
I just wanted to see how the kids.
I haven't seen it on Amazon. Do you know he's right?
But he's smashing it. He's absolutely smashing it.
That has got to be one of the finest marketing decisions, and one of the cleverest things that he could have done. And I've got to take me out to him. Yeah. It's also the most popular black YouTuber in the world.
Right. Oh, he's killing it. Yeah. He's absolutely... And he all started doing FIFA videos.
That's it, but he's got his brother's the second, Deji.
And he's got the Sidemen.
Yeah. They're actually quite funny.
But they're so smart. I've been watching it. Yeah. Because they're all...
They're marketing geniuses. They're all like. I tell you another one of my favourites as well. Dude Perfect. Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, that's amazing.
All the stunt shit with the fucking doing stuff. But them guys, they've made a serious amount of wedge, right? And I tell you what, with what they do, they've bought an old. It was an old.
It's like a warehouse or something.
Yeah. And they bring kids in all the time to go with them and do like all the different stuff, and they make the videos every day. But their videos are fucking awesome. They're captivating. I've sat and watched from start to finish 5 or 6 of them with my little.
And I guarantee they're selling merchandise off of that.
They do.
T-shirt,
they Nerf sponsors. I've got
Nerf
upstairs. They sold the bow and arrow. I fucking bought 2 of them because I wanted to fucking mess around with the kids in the garden.
And this is that influence. It's infotainment.
Yeah.
And. Going back to the ClickFunnels thing, right? Whatever software you decide to use, build your website, whatever it is, we were saying about, building a digital product. Like, you could build that digital product, which is, I don't know, how to set up a podcast in a week.
Yeah.
6 lessons over 7 days of how to build that.
Well, do you know
and
what?
You can sell
you should say that, because that is when I saw this, when you was going on about ClickFunnels, and I've looked through this, right? That's the first thing I thought about doing.
And you could sell that online, even if you even sold it for like $19. But 1,000 people downloaded and bought it. That's $19,000.
Wow.
Okay? So, once again, start back to what do you want to do? You want to solve someone's problem. You want to say, look, this is your first podcast. Would you like to do it on a budget? All you're going to need is $99. Okay? 19 of that comes from your product. And then the remainder is going to be just to buy your mic and download your software, or whatever it may be. And then they'll be like, fucking hell, yeah, I've been trying to figure this out for ages. And you've got step-by-step, because you can use something like Screencast, which is how you record your screen. But if you're using a Mac, I think you can record your screen anyway.
You can. But
you can record your screen.
And you can use Zoom as well.
Step-by-step with Zoom.
Yeah.
Voiceovers, your face in the middle, whatever it may be, and showing people step-by-step. And they will pay for it after a while, because what they've invested is dummy tax for so long. They're like, it's 3 months in and I still can't get the dots to connect. So I've taken 3 months out of my time. I still don't have that bloody podcast going. But yet I keep seeing this guy keep popping up. This John Downer, Mad Positivity. But the only way you're going to keep popping up is consistently being online. What are you going to keep talking about every single time? How to create your own podcast. But you'll talk about like their frustrations, their fears, their worries, their desires, why they want to do it, what it can do for them. And all of these things are going to string off into other little things that string off. It's like the branches and the leaves. And this is all your content. So send out a video, send out this. And then once they've done so, and you can see how much, like once again, as I was saying, how much your content is producing results, you can then boost those with Facebook advertising. And then what you can do from there is, using the ClickFunnels, is attach a funnel onto it. Data capture. So these funnel creation websites, they help you create sales pages, opt-in pages for people's email addresses. They help you create membership sites so that you can sell your digital products. You can even get things called a backpack. So you can backpack onto your members to see how they influence social media.
Yeah.
So you can set someone to sign up for your course for 7 days and view all their stats and see how many followers they have on Instagram, how many followers on this, and you can target those people as well.
That's fucking
It's absolutely mental. And, you know, something else that we can go into later, but you can use something called a pixel on Facebook. So if someone lands on your advert, it's like a fingerprint. It's their own like ID. Every single person that clicks it, whether they buy or not, whether they go on Saturday...
Is that how remarketing works?
Yeah, they'll be put into a pool together of an audience, right? So that you can actually remarket with a different video, with a different offer, with a different message to those people without anyone else seeing it. So you could do a quick like, look, come here. I see you've been watching for a while. How about I give you 80% off today? They click it. ClickFunnels allows you to have a countdown on the sales page. Countdown 24 hours, countdown 6 hours, countdown 3 minutes. They click it, they get it for $11. Done. Okay? All right, it's not as easy as that, but it is as simple as that.
Because you can do, like, even if I do this podcast calls, and I obviously advertise these mics that I've got here, I can have an affiliate link
on Amazon and get paid every time.
To those mics, so people buying the mics.
But this is the power of marketing, it's power of social media. So you've already identified a problem. It's my problem. If I wanted to go... you know, do my own podcast on the side, or, you know, if I was to move away or whatever, I wouldn't have the first clue of how to make a podcast. And I'd pay $19 for that. Yeah. I'd pay $99.
It's actually not as difficult as you might think, to be honest with you. It took a lot of sort of trial and error.
Just got an email from Jay Shetty. This is going back to it.
Listen, they're listening. They're listening to us.
Honestly, look. So this is the thing. Like I've been seeing Jay Shetty's videos on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook for ages. I clicked something.
Your phone. This is the thing I said. The phones are fucking listening.
Yeah.
The phone is listening. Google, right?
It is now 9:48 on February the 5th, 2019.
Right. I've just updated mine as well today, right? I've just updated my Samsung. You got the same as me.
Yeah.
We both got Samsung S9s, right? They listen. I'm telling you, these phones are fucking marketing. When it comes to marketing and stuff like that, right?
And he's just sent me an email saying like, we're the generation that doesn't want relationships, right? So I clicked on one of his videos, and one of his videos says, look, do you want to join my... what did it say before? Something about like... the power of wisdom to change lives or something.
Yep.
I was like, that sounds like a bit of me. I didn't actually buy. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold. But anyway, I didn't actually buy into his course monthly, but I did give an email address to see the next video, which was something that I thought could help me.
What, on his webpage?
No, just on one of his. This is on one of his funnels. So by me giving him my email address, without me realising, I've already been put into his funnel. Because he's captured my email address. All he asked for was my email address to watch the next part of the video, which was the secret to something that actually triggered me to click it. Okay? So now, every single day, he can email to me and remarket. And this is the power of these funnels and creations.
I'm captivated.
We don't really need to go into detail today, but honestly, guys, like, we've literally just come up with on the spot, this is something that me and John could probably launch in the next 7 days.
Yeah.
And we really can. I have a ClickFunnels account. You know, I use it every single day. John knows how to make a podcast.
We'll start. We'll get
spent the last 4 years learning how to build funnels, and this is it. And as I said before, like the funnels I've created in the past, I've turned 90 quid into 400 quid. I've turned 800 quid into $3,000. You know, I can keep going and going and going. And you know, once the website's updated, I can.
Would you feel that this is obviously the best platform for
the best that I know of? The best that I know of.
I mean, obviously, when you said like it's for as little as $99,
I think it's about $99, yeah,
right, a month. Now that may seem a lot to somebody who obviously starting out, but if you think about it, if you're selling 10 courses at $19.99, yeah, or even or basically even like let's say 10 courses at $9.99. If you sell that 10 courses in that month, you've made your money back.
Yeah, but just to go for one more beyond as well, right? Because this will become another like mental masturbation thing again as well, right? They'll be thinking like, how do I come up with the funds to buy ClickFunnels? So someone right now listening to this podcast, hopefully you thought of like, this is what I want to sell. But now you're going to procrastinate by going, I can't afford ClickFunnels. You can still deliver it for free without ClickFunnels. You can deliver it through email. You can deliver it through a Facebook group.
Instagram.
So have you seen on Facebook groups now? Look, I'm in a Facebook group now, which is what I invested to before Christmas. Email Domination Academy.
You said about this.
By a guy called Paul Moore, right? So this guy's delivered this himself, right? We all paid $4.95 each.
Is that just to access the actual...
Just access the group.
The Facebook.
And the group was where all the content was delivered. So not even using something like ClickFunnels or membership software. All right?
And
so
how did you find this guy? What made you click on this guy? What made you ready to pull the trigger and invest in this person?
Because he built, honestly, know, like and trust. He spoke my language.
Was this from emails?
From email, mainly. From email. Yeah. But you can see here now, like, on a Facebook group where they've updated it, so you can have discussions on a Facebook group. So this is a closed private Facebook group we're looking at now. So all the discussions could be like, these are stuff I've done with you, but you can have units now.
Oh, is this a live call?
Yeah.
Zoom live call that he does and stuff like that?
Yeah. But see this unit section? So these are all the units.
It's a course. So basically he's done it through...
But instead of using that software, this is what I'm trying to say.
So Facebook have the same sort of software for that?
It's nowhere near as pretty looking. It doesn't deliver it on like...
But
like
you do it through a private group.
You do it for private. This is like, the watered down version, but it's free.
Is there anything stopping? I'm playing devil's advocate here. Is there anything stopping? So let's say you've got access. What's stopping you from giving me access to that group?
You can't enter it unless I am the admin. Me, the owner, can allow it.
So
I could get you into the group by giving you my Facebook logins. Why would I do that?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, well, yeah.
Well, no one wants to give someone else their Facebook logins. Like my Facebook is how I make money. You know, it's got my bank details connected and so on. So no one else can get into that. And it's the same with a membership site. But
you can refer me. Is there a referral thing with that?
There is no... You can request to join and you can be referred, but you wouldn't get access unless your email address and your Facebook matches what you've got.
£4, whatever it is.
No, it's £495.
Oh, it's £495.
Yeah, I pay £495 for a 6-week course. Look how many members there are.
Oh, for 6 weeks. So what happens after 6 weeks?
117.
Cool, he's doing
so what is that times that? That's like...
So you've got 6 weeks to complete the modules, right? Or do you have extra time like that?
6 weeks.
57,915 quid. He's doing all right, isn't he?
Yeah. And if Paul, you're listening now, mate, you are the master of this stuff. You really are. And
is he a British guy or an American?
He's a Geordie.
Oh, fair play to him.
Yeah, he's a Geordie from South Shields, which I think is not a very affluent area of Newcastle, if there is one.
Newcastle. Do you know what? I love Newcastle. I spent a lot of time.
I'll be up there.
Yeah. It's awesome. That captivates me. It's just obviously I'm just trying to answer the questions. I'm not shitting on everything. I'm just answering the questions for people that are.
And this is the funnel creation I'm talking about.
That can't be that. How difficult? So do Facebook have a platform? Then they have a platform. Obviously, you can go on Facebook to build a course like that.
You can build the course, yeah. You can't...
See, because that's not common knowledge.
You can't build a course where... this is quite new. It's only been out for a while now, maybe a few months. But
this is Facebook.
You can't restrict access to certain people. You can't create tiers of membership, as in like you've got gold, silver, bronze. You can't time release things. It's quite nice to be able to time release stuff, so drip feed. So
obviously
you can't access level 2 till 7
module 1. You've got 7 days to do it, and you've got the test at the end of the module, which is one of the ways I was thinking about this podcast.
And what you can have on there is like it can look like a fancy web. Like I know you don't need that, but sex sells. If you want to base a
you want it to look good.
You want it to look good. You want it to look pretty. You want it to action fast. Like you want to be able to click a video and then straight beneath the video have a nice button saying download. Click download, and then you get the document that comes with it. If you wanted to make yourself a website, Google the 5 top companies as well and model your website on that.
Do you know
like Apple's website. Yeah. How smooth does that look?
That's one of the reasons why it's anything that's aesthetically pleasing. I'll be honest with you. That's one of the reasons why I chose Squarespace for my website.
Yeah.
Because it's aesthetically pleasing. It's just if you go to our website,
people get pissed off with your website. Yeah, it's madpositivity.tv. But if you get pissed off with a website, you can't swipe it. It doesn't seem to work how you want it to.
You said mental masturbation, overcomplicating it, right? It's just got to be meat and potatoes. It's got to. It's the website at the moment for me is it's got. I want it to promote the YouTube. I want it to promote the podcast. I want it to promote the blog posts and everything else, and it's organically growing. Like now, you've got me captivated to the point where when we finish this podcast, I'm going to look into. Like starting to build a course. I want to do that. That's another piece of digital content I'll do. I might even write an ebook.
Well, this is the course I have online. The Busy Man's Fitness Club, which is, for the entrepreneur or business owner or the hard-working family man, that is
Time, like I said,
struggling with time, but struggling with their energy levels. Their exercise has gone onto the wayside because they're just focused on money and their promotion and growing. And what they've done because their health has suffered, so as their libido's declined, all of the problems that we get, the kids become a bugbear, and you kind of just lost your alpha mojo, your identity, and you're not really that happy because you're putting happiness in the horizon. You're trying to achieve something. Once you've achieved it, you just keep going, and you're not getting that fulfillment. So the first thing for me with my course is
shelving your own your own happiness.
Is to get yourself back on track with exercising, even if it's just 10 minutes a day, wherever it is. Start putting better foods in your mouth so you get a better response. Start increasing your energy level. Start increasing your way to adapt and deal with stress. Because then if your work life becomes better, then when you get home, that's going to improve your family life.
Suffering. So I said to you about the balance, isn't it?
Yeah, and then it's about creating balance, and that is mine. So when I'm creating my content, my emails, my blog posts, whatever it may be, I'm speaking out to that person.
Yeah.
So once again, there is nothing holding you back listening right now from starting and launching your own digital product. You can actually do it for free. All you need to do is have a Facebook account, know how to create a Facebook group. There will be YouTube tutorials to teach you how to add units to a Facebook group. There won't be much flexibility with what you can restrict and withhold, but
we'll start
all you want to
putting
do
some videos together for YouTube and showing people how to do this. Then we'll start doing that, definitely, and we'll take requests.
And it's as simple as that. So and just start off. If you start small, it will grow and grow and grow. And this is something that you can do around your current job at the moment, so that you don't feel like, I earn 35k a year, I'm the breadwinner of the family, or I earn 25k or 100k, whatever it may be, and I can't see a way out. And all you're thinking, and if you are from us talking, then this is not the message we're trying to get across, that you have to just stop what you're doing right now and start fresh.
Just because you do your 9 to 5, what do you do from 5 to 9?
Exactly.
Right? Don't tell me you haven't got time. Get up an hour earlier.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're like, I'm tired or everything else, listen, you might get up for an hour earlier, every day for fucking 6 months, a year. But what if in that 6 months, a year, that getting up that hour earlier made it so you could give up your fucking day job if you really wanted to and live your life on your terms? And that's what we're all chasing.
Yeah.
We're all chasing living life on our terms. That's the key. Like they say, money can't buy you love. Yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? But I can think of a lot of things I'd love to buy.
Yeah.
But what it does buy you is the freedom to live life on your terms. You want to do it when you want to do it.
It's a vehicle, isn't it? I see money as a vehicle. It gets you to places and gets things to you that you want. And going back to it, if money can create you more time, time is, I think, the most precious body we have. With the people you love, that's the main thing.
And it's brought you love, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's brought you a better fucking relationship with your family, with your children. It is what you make of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
It really is.
Your course that you're doing now at the minute, that's fully up and running, isn't it? That's been going. How has it been going?
Phenomenal. That was one of the instances I said, I'm constantly investing into myself and investing into my education, investing into my health and so on, which I recommend you should do also.
Absolutely. Because
that's what I'm at a position right now where, I'm only 33 years old. And I would like to be in a position when I'm about 40, 45, hopefully by then I'm married with a couple of kids, if I'm anything like you or all of our family, I'm about 17 or something. Yeah. But we're breeders. But I'd like to be in a position where time is on my side and I'm in control of it. I've got that freedom.
Yeah, you're not worried that, oh shit, I'm 47 years old, I haven't saved anything, I've got another 10 years, 15 years to retirement, I'm fucked.
And it's stripping things back to what is really important in life. And I was told once, the first book I ever read was The Secret, and then I read How to Win and Influence, people.
I like that. It's a good book.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People is another book I read. I read The Prosperous Man. It is a great book, and a few others. Loving What Is by Byron Katie is an amazing book. If you haven't read it, John, I'll lend it to you. It's an amazing book. And like we said, loving what is the success comes from loving what you already have. And what I've been trying to get from
using what you've got.
Yeah, from the beginning is building this freedom fund. And the freedom fund is how much money do you need in your bank account every single month to live a life of freedom, so that the bills are paid, you can have 2-3 holidays a year with the family. You don't have to worry about, what's in the bank account. I'm not talking about extortionate, like, you want to ride a jet ski with a camel on your back or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's like whatever you want to do, yeah? But, I mean, stripping things back down to, like, if you have clothes on your back, food in the fridge, and a roof above your head, you're doing all right. If you're listening to this podcast right now on an Android or an iPhone, you have, 700 to $1,000 worth of technology in your hands.
Yeah, well, they say
doing fucking all right.
It's more powerful.
You are doing all right.
The machine that put the fucking men on the moon.
It sounds cheesy. Yeah, exactly. You're right, and it sounds cheesy, but you're doing all right.
You've got everything you need in your pocket.
Stop
the biggest
buying
thing, everyone's got
things
YouTube.
For everyone else. You either do stuff for spiritual reasons or vanity reasons, okay? Spiritual's in and vanity's out. But stop doing shit for everyone else. Strip things back and think, what would really make me happy? So what kind of, house would I like? What kind of life would I like to live, though? What would that do for me? Pick that amount of income. Figure out a way to achieve it, either on your own or help from a coach or a mentor. So selling a digital product or going to pursue your dream, your purpose, your happiness, whatever it may be. And then once you've reached that marker, figure out every single year on how to achieve that for less time. So whether that means that you earn double next year and the 100% more that you've earned, you pay other people to do the work for you.
You automate.
So that you can automate.
Well, that's the key. Automation is the key.
Exactly.
You can build it to have other people do it for you. And then you're taking a wage for something that you've built. You're reaping what you sow.
I would if I had a business that was turning over £1 million a year and all I needed was 100k, I'd pay out 900,000 a year for other people to do the shit for me, so I can spend time with the people that I love and do what I want.
But the investment that you get from that will probably be tenfold more anyway. There's no reason why I can't
You'll get so much more back. You really will. You get so much more back. Because, you can still build a company, still build a legacy, still build something that you can leave to your grandkids and their grandkids. But why suffer, working every hour under the sun just to be greedy for that extra money? Because you're going to miss out on everything else.
Do something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Because if you're enjoying it, it's not work.
Yeah.
It's not work at all. And that's the fucking key. That's all I want.
Yeah.
But your course, what I was going to say to you was, does it have like a taster? Does it have like a freebie that we can big it up for you? You know what I mean? Like, has it got like a sort of like a 10 days free or like something like that? Have you thought about giving it something like that? Obviously now we're advertising it and we're bigging it up. Maybe it's something to entice people in. Because it's such a great course for me. I've done the physical training with you in the gym, but I've also seen the course. But I know that I'm one of these people that, like I said, with time management and everything else like that, and you don't have to have the weights. You don't have to. You can do all this at home. You can do it from the office. You can do it in the park. You can do it anywhere. So, obviously, to put your course across would be a sort of good thing.
Well, what I'm doing at the moment is I give away a 7-day challenge for free. Okay, so wherever I decide to target in the UK, so I'm only staying within the UK at the moment, and then we're going to hopefully go global, is my adverts are targeting those certain guys. So to say, look, would you like 7 days to solve at least one or two of your problems for free? And that will all actually be done in a Facebook group. Okay, so that group is just recycled every single time, and then I'm providing the 4 or 5 pillars of what I deem to make you successful as a man. So with your health, your relationships, your business, and everything that you need to do. So once they've done that, they can decide to stay on the program longer or invest into one of the products.
Yeah.
All right. And secondly, I also give away, which is something which is called a lead magnet, something that draws people in, is I give away actually a 12-week guide for free.
Yeah.
12 whole weeks. Because I want to show up for people and give amazing value so that you think this possibly can't be for free. And then if you do decide to invest into me or invest into what you're, you should be saying, giving people something, and going, I can't believe I paid 49 quid for this.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this. And if you're showing up once again with value, that's how you can resell to these people, and they go higher into investment because you've built that trust. You've shown what you've done. You're not trying to fleece these people.
Yeah.
And I give away the 12-week guide, one, because I want to help someone, but two, because as cheeky as it sounds, and I got this from Gary Vee himself, he says he always gives 95% of his content and his knowledge away for free because he knows 95% of people won't do it. But if all those people are still listening, that's 95% of people that he can remarket to that will come in eventually. Yeah. And then linked to that, what I learned from Paul Moore was that on an initial contact of someone giving you their email address or asking about your product. Around about 15% of them will buy pretty much immediately within a week or two. Another 50% will buy within anywhere between a year and 18 months, and then the rest will eventually buy for the remainder, okay? Or they'll come off your list. Meaning that you need to keep showing and showing and showing. It's why, like, Coca-Cola keep changing their branding and their adverts. The reason why McDonald's does the same thing.
Yeah,
you can't just, once again, expect to talk to a guy or a girl and get in their underwear on the first visit. You need to massage them through the process by showing up for them daily via, podcasts, blogs, website, adverts, video, whatever it may be, and providing that content.
Yeah.
But you still need to pitch every now and then. You need to still say, look, this is where you need to go, because
you got to mix it up.
Content alone without a call to action, meaning like this is what you should do next if you want more info, or this is where you can go to buy my shit, is what you need. Without that, it's not pointless. You're still helping people, but that's what happens. And not to go so much into the depth of a funnel, but that's how it kind of works. Is that they're giving you initial, and that's how I invested into this course. Was initially he spoke out to a problem that I had, was like, do you need more leads in your fitness business, but feel like you're spending all day on Facebook?
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm getting pissed off for spending all my time on Facebook, and I want more leads. So I was like, well, how the hell do I do this? So it was some kind of report that you could download for free. And this was a report on, I think it was 101 things you shouldn't do to be a successful personal trainer. I was like, well, I want to know those 101 things. So I downloaded it for free. But I didn't download it for free because I had to give an email address in exchange to you. And you've probably done this many a time.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
So what happened is now I've entered into his funnel. And now I'm part of that funnel. I'm in a list of maybe 1,000 other guys or girls that have clicked that link. Okay, attached to that link was the report, and at the bottom of the report was, look, if you just want the coaching, here it is. But I might have clicked that and it's like £495. I'm like, fucking hell. I've only got a few clients, like, at least, give me some time.
Yeah.
So what's happening is I didn't actually buy anything there and then, because now I'm on the email list, I'm getting a daily email from this guy. But these emails are infotainment emails.
Yeah.
And it's like a storyboard. And each storyboard has a PS at the end of it, like Game of Thrones, for example, or Vikings, or The Walking Dead. And their PSs is, this is what's coming up next week. And you get a snippet of it. And it leaves you wanting more. And this is the style of email he's taught me to write, and he wrote to me. And this guy was getting me to click these links so many times. This guy's fucking literally like seducing me. He's like getting in a bed with me. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how the hell is this happening? But because every one of his emails wasn't just talking about like, oh yeah, I get it, you got no leads, this is how you get them. Like, you're lazy, blah, blah, blah. He was just telling me weird stories. One of the stories in one of his emails was like, he had to get surgery on his butt before Christmas. Okay? He had some surgery on his arse. But I want to know you read why he needs surgery on his arse. But somehow, this is the truth. And I really hope this podcast reaches you one day, Paul. I know I'm nowhere near as big as you.
We'll have a chat to him. We'll see if we can.
But if it does, I'd love to, get you on. But this was like one of his emails. But somehow he turned an email of bum surgery into an analogy to explain how, like, removing an anal wall is like removing something from your mindset so that you can get more business. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's
you're laughing.
I'm gonna have to
you're
read
smiling.
I'm going to have to read this email. If
you go on to iampaulmalt.com, you can subscribe to his unstoppable emails. And I'm trying to model this. This is what we're learning. So that when you've got your... once again, not plugging anything here, guys. Just like, it has worked well. You're reading these emails every day, and what it led me to is like, he just showed up, and he kept speaking out to me and speaking my language, and then coupled with that, I kept seeing him on Facebook, and because I kept seeing him on Facebook, he kept showing up to me with video content and just speaking my language. That was like you're identifying the pains in my life, you're identifying my problems, and I quite like your message and the way you go about things. So I kind of want to invest into you. And I invested in a low-level program to start with, but that low-level, John, got me to build up my money, got me to build up my income. So then when he went for the jugular to say, look, I'm doing this email domination course over Christmas, it's only $495, I was like, well, I can afford that now. I can make affordance, or I trust in this person to take the leap and put myself in a bit of financial difficulty to go for it. And lo and behold, he showed up again and went for it. And do you know what's going to happen next? I'm pretty sure by summer I'm going to go into one of his programs.
I think he's got a podcast.
He has got a podcast. He's got a lot of podcasts, yeah. He's on iTunes and all that. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, John. So you're saying about like, how did this happen? How did that happen? And I'm hopefully by you listening to us like waffling on like in between as well, you've got a kind of fire in your belly now, or it's ignited a little bit of a light bulb moment in your mind to think, actually, I've got some knowledge on some certain product or solution or problem that I could actually put into a digital course. I really could. And I think I was touching on before, like, you know, if you didn't know how to, like, tune your car, like how to tune your car, maybe a course on how to do it.
People want to know this. The amount of times I've gone on YouTube to look for something. Like the other day, right, I've got one of the vans from one of my businesses sat on a driveway, right? And I had to jump start my wife's car.
Yeah.
But when I popped the bonnet, the battery's hidden. So I didn't know where it was. So I YouTubed it to find out where the battery was.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's where it is. It was hidden under this like little box thing.
Yeah.
And the actual, because you can't get to the back of the battery bit, it was connected to the earth point of the car. So it was like that. It's something as silly as that.
And if that person's savvy enough, you might have clicked on their YouTube, and that YouTube might have picked up your IP address or your cookies or your Facebook pics or whatever it may be. And then the next time that you're looking on your phone on Amazon or something,
do you know
a product for a car like a battery or a spark plug might come up, and you might click the link, and you'll be like, "Hang on, I've seen that bloke before."
Do you know what? On Sky News
at
the minute, all the stuff I've been looking on Amazon has been flagging up as like remarketing to me that I've sort of saved. But yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Absolutely crazy.
It really is.
Well, I hope it's been captivating for you. Obviously, you know, next time we'll have to do. If I think about what we're going to do for next time, I mean, we said marketing for this one. I think the next one should be about taking action.
Yeah.
About moving forwards.
Yeah.
Physically doing it. I mean, the beauty of this is we're going to learn with you. Obviously, we're not trying to sell you something that you know. We're not trying to say, oh, you should buy our products and everything else. I'm going to start building these products. I'm going to build it with you. So obviously, I'm going to document this. I'm going to start this training course to how to build a podcast and that. And I'll tell you where I went wrong, where I went right, what it cost, how I did it, and hopefully we can learn together and we can build it, as well as Russell's courses as well. We can sort of start bigging it up, and hopefully, you know, if you want to get in touch, it's John at madpositivity.tv or Russell at madpositivity.tv, and the webpage is madpositivity.tv or madpositivity.co.uk. We're on all platforms. You can catch up on the blog, which is the madpositivity.blog, and hopefully, you know, you got something like enlightening out of this, and yeah, I'll also post the links to Russell's courses in all of the podcast data as well as the YouTube. And yeah, we'll catch you next week.
Lovely.
See you later.